Guy coming to you midweek. Wanted to do real quick picks on the Final Four, and since we all know that mine, along with everybody else's picks in this bracket, have sucked, thought I'd go a little off the charts here. And what we're going to do, as opposed to who can guard who and who's a better three-point shooting team and who plays really well with less than a minute left, we're going to base these picks solely on alumni of each of the universities, because I think those analytics basically have the same chance of getting anything right as anything else that I've tried. So we're going to do that. Here's what we're going to go. We're going to start with Loyola Chicago. Not a huge school, but they do have some pretty famous alumni. They got Bob Newhart, who you all know from the Newhart Show and stuff like that, who's also one of the greatest stand-up comics of all time. Also from Loyola Chicago, Dave Draymond, lead singer of Disturbed, who managed to cover a Simon & Garfunkel tune and sell 11 billion copies of it. And I love that song the first 300,000 times I heard it. And then, and finally, Carla DeVito, who's best known as the backup singer in Meatloaf's epically long Paradise by the Dashboard Light video. Now, here's a fun fact for you. The middle of that song is a baseball narrative that was performed by Phil Rizzuto, Yankee Hall of Famer broadcaster, under the guise it was a song about a baseball game or something like that. Fact is, that entire narrative in the middle of the song is basically him narrating some poor girl getting basically molested by a 300-pound fat, sweaty guy in a tuxedo. Can you imagine if Meatloaf tried to record this song today, what kind of hashtag movements that thing would have? Oh my God, hashtag fry Meatloaf, or my personal favorite, hashtag I'll pass on the gravy. We moved to Michigan. This is like the good, the bad, and the completely annoying. The good, Gerald Ford, former president, also a two-time national champion at the University of Michigan. The bad, Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, and as much as my research tells me, the only game he was good at was Stratego. And then, of course, the completely annoying Tom Brady. Can you imagine if Michigan wins it all the Instagram posts of that chiseled jawline thing, go Wolverines, family, whatever, blah, nobody cares. Villanova, home to 60s folk singing icon Jim Croce, who recorded Bad Bad Leroy Brown. And what's weird about that is that Leroy Brown was from the south side of Chicago, so he probably went to Loyola anyway. The incredibly handsome Bradley Cooper also went to Villanova. And country singer and legend Toby Keith was there. And this is where they lose points, because Toby Keith recorded the song Red Solo Cup, which possibly could be the worst song ever recorded. I think it goes Red Solo Cup, followed by Any Duet with Sheryl Crow, followed by Afternoon Delight by Starland Vocal Band. That brings us to the final team in the Final Four, the Kansas Jayhawks. Famous Jayhawk alumni, you got actor Paul Rudd, who's basically made a living playing the exact same guy in every movie. Wilt Chamberlain, one of the greats of all time on the hardwood. He once scored 100 points in a game, and based on his autobiography, it sounds like he scored 20,000 times while not playing basketball. And finally, Don Johnson, who was an actor in one of the greatest TV shows of all time, Miami Vice. It invented the gratuitous bikini shot long before Baywatch was around, and it had this as its theme song. Yep, Deanne Hammer. Love that song. So now we got to figure out our picks. Loyola in Michigan. I have to take Loyola just because Tom Brady went to Michigan. That's the only reason. And then Kansas over Nova simply because of Red Solo Cup. That's a perfect justification for that pick. And then in the finals, we're going to go with Kansas. As it turns out, that Carla DeVito, the lady from the Meatloaf video, didn't actually sing on the album. Nah, some other lady sang it. And then they brought in DeVito to stand behind Meatloaf and go, "Stop right there, you ought to know that." Yeah, whatever. So there we go. We got the Kansas Jayhawks winning it all. Hopefully we got two entertaining games this weekend. And up next, we're going to start delving into opening day. We got baseball come right around the corner starting on Thursday. Till then, Cranky Sports Guys, you all have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.